A warm welcome to Gurudeva online class. My dear students, in each and every country, they have their own social evils. They have their own social problems which makes the country or which restricts the country to get developed. So some of the main or common social evils of all the country, here you can see some of the major. Apart from this, there may be many other social evils, but the common one, the important one are, see, poverty, casteism, illiteracy, dowry and child marriage. Some of these social evils may be not there in some countries, but as comparatively, these are some of the major issues or major social evils. You can see, right? Poverty, casteism, illiteracy, dowry and child marriage. Okay, see, and when it comes to poverty, means poor, not having money, not even having money to fulfill their basic needs. To fulfill what? To fulfill their basic need. So here, when it comes to the poverty, it gives birth to orphan. Anatha, not having father and mother, not having the parents. We call them as anatharu. We call it in English as an orphan. So the poverty gives birth to the orphan. So a question may arise in your mind, sir, how poverty may give birth to orphan? See, usually you may see in the villages, the people not having money to fulfill his own need at that time. If you are going to marry someone, see here, one is not having money to fulfill his needs, his basic needs, his preliminary needs. At that time, if you are going to marry someone, and again her responsibility, his or her responsibility will come on you, how you will manage. At that time, you will get children. So how you can take care, how you can look after those children. So many of the time, in the news, in the newspapers, in the social media, you might have seen the children have left over outside the temple or in the garden or somewhere near the dustbin. How that the poverty gives birth to the orphans. They get married, they will have children, they will realize it is very crucial world. We don't have money to look after us. So how can we take care of that baby? So they will dump them. They will dump the child outside the temple, inside the garden or near the garbage dustbins. They will leave, and in that case the orphans are going to born. Fine. So again, there are some of the things which are going for the orphans. There are no one to look after them. They don't have anyone to show the love and affection. Even their own parents leave them. Not only that, many times the mother may die. Many times the father may die. So at that time, such kind of situations may take place. So there are some of the conditions, or there are some of the practices are going with the orphans. Here you can see some of those. Lack of care and love. When you are going in an orphanage, anathashramas, or when you don't have anyone to look after, so what will happen? There is a lack of, insufficient of, lack of care and love, lack of food. They don't have a mother to serve. They don't have the father to feed, bring the food and to feed. So again, there will be a lack of food. Next, sexual abuse. The very common thing nowadays in our India is going on. Sexual abuse or sexual harassment, or we can also call molestation. Right? So sexual abuse, sexual harassment or molestation, when you don't have anyone to look after you, some of the people, weaker section people, weaker mind, psychopathic minds, they may misuse, they may sexually abuse the orphans. And the last one, ill-treating, means not treating in a proper way, not treating in a proper way. So these are the problems the orphans are going to face, and the orphans take place because of the poverty. And there is one more thing, the orphans gives birth to illiteracy. One more social evil, the orphans gives birth to the illiteracy. Why? How the orphans are going to give birth or raise an issue of illiteracy? They don't have a food to fulfill their basic needs. They don't have the money to consume the food. How can they read? How can they get education? At that time, again, one of the social evil is going to take birth, that is illiteracy. So regarding this, there is one of the beautiful concept, beautiful prose, which is written by Charles Dickens. In that, we will learn, or he tells to the reader how an orphan boy, he has been mistreated, how he has ill-treated in a poor house. That is, the name of the lesson is The Boy Who Asked for More. The boy who asked for more. By listening or by seeing the title of the prose or title of the lesson, you may have understood what is going on. See here, the boy who asked for more. What did he ask for? Why did he ask for? How did he ask for? We will come to know in this lesson. Okay? See here, before going to start the lesson, a brief introduction of the poet. Charles Dickens, his period is 1812 to 1870. Charles Dickens, the greatest Victorian novelist, is known for his attacks on social evils like child labor and institutional cruelty. His most popular works are David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, and Great Expectations. The extract from Oliver Twist tells us how Oliver was forced out of the poor house. See, Charles Dickens, the greatest Victorian novelist, is known for his attacks on social evils like child labor and institutional cruelty. The author, Charles Dickens, he belongs to, or he is a Victorian novelist. What is the meaning of Victorian? Related to the period of Queen Victoria, the Great Britain. Victorian novelist means he belonged to the period of Queen Victoria. He was a novelist. He is known for the attacks on social evils. Usually he is going to write on social evils like child labor. Very familiar. Child labor and institutional cruelty. Institutional cruelty means what are the bad things going on in the institutions. He is going to write on such things. His most popular works are David Copperfield. So one of the major works means whatever he has written, one of the majors are David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, and Great Expectations. Okay, so majorly his three books or three works are very famous. Among the many books, some of the three books are David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, and Great Expectations. This extract from Oliver Twist tells us how Oliver was forced out of the poor house. The extract or this prose has been extracted, has been taken from what? From Oliver Twist tells us how Oliver was forced out of the poor house. This extraction or this content tells us how the Oliver Twist has forced to go out from the poor house. Okay, so now let us come to the main thing, the lesson or the content. See the paragraph first. Oliver was born in the poor house of a little country town on a cold black night in the winter of 1837. The birth was attended by a doctor who was hastily called for the purpose and by an old pauper woman who was experienced in such matters. The mother died almost as soon as the baby took his first breath. She was a young, good-looking woman who had been found laying in the street. It was clear that she had walked some distance before she died. Her shoes had been torn to pieces. Where she had come from or where she had been going, nobody knew. The baby cried loudly. If he could have known that he was now an orphan of a poor house, it is likely that he would have cried still louder. Okay, we'll stop here. First three paragraphs. See what the author says in the first paragraph. Oliver was born in the poor house of a little country town on a cold black night in the winter of 1837. As we are discussing about a boy, an orphan boy whose name is Oliver. Whose name is what? Very good. Oliver. So, Oliver born in the poor house. What is the meaning of a poor house? Orphanage. Anatha ashrama. Okay. Poor house means orphanage. So, he was born in an orphanage of a little country town. Of a little country town. When? What was the what was the condition or what was the season? See, on a cold black night in the winter, in the cold black night in the winter of the year 1837, the birth was attended by a doctor who was hastily called for the purpose and by an old pauper woman who was experienced in such matters. The birth was attended by a doctor. The birth was attended means, yes, the delivery. The delivery at the time when a woman is going to give the birth to a baby, that is called as the delivery time, right? So, at the time of the delivery or at the time of the birth of whom? Yes, the boy, Oliver, the birth was attended by a doctor, means the delivery was carried by whom? By the doctor who was hastily called for the purpose. Who was hastily called? What is the meaning of hastily? Urgently or in a hurry manner. Urgently or in a hurry manner or hurriedly. What happened here? The birth was attended by a doctor who was hastily called for the purpose. For the purpose means which purpose? Exactly, for the delivery. What was the purpose of calling the doctor urgently, immediately? Yes, because the doctor has to deliver the baby. Okay. The birth was attended by a doctor who was hastily called for the purpose, and also by, there were two people who were attending the delivery or attending the birth of the baby. One was a doctor who was called immediately, and one more, she was a lady by an old pauper woman. Old pauper woman, what is the meaning of pauper? Very poor. She was very poor. And by an old pauper woman who was experienced in such manners. See, there are two people who carried out the delivery or who helped the mother of the boy to delivery. So one was the doctor and another was the old pauper woman who was experienced in such matters. I'm sorry. So you might have seen in the villages, not nowadays, when you go back 20-30 years back, in the villages there were no doctors. So there was an old lady who was very experienced in such kind of things. In villages we may call it as a dadi, and there are some other words also in Kannada, I don't know, but we may call by several names. So there are two people who helped Oliver to take birth, to come into the world. One is the doctor and another one is the very good old pauper woman who was very experienced in such matters. Here, matters, which kind of a matters? Exactly, in a delivery manner. Okay. See, paragraph second. The mother died almost as soon as the baby took his first breath. See, as I told, orphan. What is the meaning of orphan? Means no father and no mother. So here, what happened? One of the painful, emotional situation has been taken place. And what was that? The mother died almost as soon as the baby took his first breath. As soon as the baby came from inside the womb of the mother, when he was welcomed by the doctors in the world, what happened? As soon as the baby took his first breath, the mother passed away. She died. How painful it is, right? The baby, just he came to the world. He don't even know who is he, who is my father, who is my mother, what is going around me. As soon as he was taken birth, the mother died. The mother died almost as soon the baby took his first breath. She was a young, good-looking woman who had been found laying in the street. Here the author is telling the appearance of the mother who had died. How she was looking, how she was. She was young. As I said, in one kind of social evils, child marriages. So she was very young. She was not in the age in which there is a sufficient energy to deliver or to give a birth to a baby. So she was a very young, good looking. She was very beautiful. She was very beautiful who had been found laying near the street. She was found lying in the street means she was found after giving the birth. She was very beautiful, she was very young, and the author is telling who had been found laying in the street. The people saw that lady, she was laying near the street. It was clear that she had walked some distance before she died. By seeing the position of that lady who was lying in the street, it was quite clear. It was quite clear that she had walked some more distance before she died. Means she had crawled with that pain. With that pain means after giving the birth, it is a very painful situation, right? So in that pain, she was crawling. She was not walking easily. She was crawling. So what it has been said, it was clear that she had walked some distance before she died. By seeing the position of that lady, by seeing the knees, by seeing the legs, by seeing the skin peel out, one can easily say she had been going somewhere. Okay, some distance before she died, her shoes had been torn to pieces. As she was crawling, her feet, the shoes what she was wearing, it was rubbed, it was dragged on the road. So with that friction, the shoes have been torn. Her shoes had been torn to pieces. Where she had come from or where she had been going, nobody knew. By seeing the position of that lady, one can easily say that actually the lady is going somewhere. She had been walked to some distance before she died, and her shoes were torn into pieces, and where she is going, where she came from, nobody knew that. Okay, the third paragraph. The baby cried loudly. The boy, he cried loudly. If he could have known that he was now an orphan of a poor house, it is likely that he would have cried still louder. See how the author is depicting the pain of the small baby. He is expressing the pain. If he could have known that he was now an orphan of a poor house, it is likely that he would have cried still louder. See here, the baby cried loudly. Usually the newborn babies, they don't have any languages except crying, right? So the baby cried, he cried very loudly. But here the author is telling, if he could have known that now he is an orphan of a poor house, it is likely that he could have cried still louder. Means the baby don't know. Now I am an orphan. I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. I don't have anyone to look after me. I don't have anyone to show the care, show the love. I don't have anyone to feed me the food. If the baby could have known that, if the baby could have knew that, he could have cried even more. He could have cried even louder. So here we'll stop this. In the next paragraph, what happened, how Oliver grown up in the poor house, will continue in the next class. Thank you.